like the haircut. I just had a fucking awful massage experience, and it was because I didn't want to tell her like this is too much.
Woody had a bad barber shear him one time. He's just ripping the hair out with these dull clippers, and Woody's taking it because he thinks that that's part of it, like taking it. And finally, he's like, the guy's like, "What's wrong? Why'd you flinch?" She's like, "It really hurts." Well, why don't you say something?
Yeah, and I was like, I am saying something.
Look like a bitch.
No,
I
dude,
thought you'd see the blood.
It's not how it went down. He was like, well, you should have said something. I'm like, I am saying something, and I'm like, the fuck, you're giving me shit for not saying anything while saying something.
This reminded me of a haircut. Did you guys ever get your hair cut by your mom when you were growing up?
Yes.
So I had to do that a couple times, and usually it was just a bloodbath. I looked like a real asshole. Like, you have to get a really bad haircut for someone in 3rd grade up here to say something's wrong with your hair. But that's achievable when like you cut it this high, and it's like that's not a natural end for hair on the back of a child's head.
You're like a goddamn alien.
Yeah, you look like you're wearing a baseball cap of hair without the bill. Like, that's the amount of head space it's covering. But one time my mom actually nailed it. Yeah, one time my mom got me pretty good with a decent haircut, and I went to school. The guy across the street drove me to school because he was much older, and he's like, "Oh, you're looking pretty sharp there." And I was like 8, so I'm like, thanks, man. And went to school, came back, and I told my mom. My mom was like, "Oh, they thought your hair looked nice, didn't they?" And they were our neighbors, and so my mom invited the 3 of them, who were all like, they're probably all like in their late 30s now. They're much older than me, and they came over to get haircuts for my mom because my mom was like, "I'm really figuring it out with Taylor. Like, I'll give it to you for free." And she gave the first guy a haircut. Really not great. I'm standing there in the garage watching because I'm 8 and have nothing to do. The second guy, it's a slight bit better, so maybe the third guy got a little bit of confidence. And then my mom just like started to feel like she was the queen of a salon, just like boom, 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 yeah, like going so quick. And she caught that ridge on the back of where your ear is with some clippers on the third guy, and I swear to God, I didn't know this area could bleed so much. Like, she like raked it with the clippers without a guard on it and just punctured the back of the ear. And this I guess at the time, like 16-year-old kid just had blood pouring down the back of his neck in the middle of our garage. And she didn't cut my hair anymore after that, so it was a net win.
It's a good thing. You might be one-eared Taylor.
I might be. Yeah, that'd be even more comfortable. Make my head look smaller. So
That's awful. Yeah, my mom cut my hair once. I remember it very well. I was 6, and I remember her suggesting it, and she asked me for my opinion as a 6-year-old. And a 6-year-old me was like, "Yeah, Mom, you got this shit." Yeah. And so
a spider into it.
Yeah, you got it. Come on. Yeah, sure. So she fucks it, right? Ruins it real bad, like just up the line is up here for some reason. Like where did my sideburns go? Not that a 6-year-old has sideburns, but like there's hair there. There's supposed to be some. And so she's like, "I know what to do now that I fucked your head up, Kyle. I'm going to take you to your grandmother because she's got the answer to this." And I remember going to my grandma and her really fucking it up, and then me showing up at school with a shaved head for a while. That's how it went. That's just how it went. I had to explain to everyone, no, Kyle doesn't have cancer. He's just got a terrible mother. That's all.
Yeah. I mean, you can't pull that off when you're an adult. You can't just fuck up a haircut and go, "Well, guess I don't have hair for the next 9 months." Like, you got to try and fix it.
PKA Dan would do that.
Like people to see.
PKA Dan would shave his own hair. He would cut his own hair. Right, and he says it always would start off with the intention of like a shorter version of what Kyle's working right now, like a high and tight, still comb to the side, and then it wouldn't work. Like mistakes would be made, so he just takes it down to the nub and grows it back. And that's
pretty ballsy.
He did it all the time.
The worst I've had as an adult was like maybe 5 years ago. I went to the haircut store, whatever the hell, and this area where the sideburn goes into the beard?
Mm-hmm.
Like, usually when they ask you, like, "All right, you just want me to blend the sideburn in there, like, cut it off because it gets too bushy and long." It's like, yeah, that's fine. This lady just for no reason took the clippers after fixing it all and just, like, ended my sideburns. Just, like, vit, vit, right there. And so then I had sideburns and then not contiguously my beard. Just like a line on either side of the beard. It was like, I can't not shave my face now. You made me look like a clown, like an idiot with 2 gaps here. Do I just wait for this to come in where just like thin hair comes in at first and then slowly it feeds back out? Like, no, you've ruined my look for like 3 months.
When was that?
like my either freshman or sophomore year of college.
Yeah, I
You get,
think
like,
of
fancy with it and try to shave like a bunch of lines into it, like
Yeah,
make, like, a nice
do that
pattern.
thing
a
that,
little
like,
Vanilla
rappers
Ice
do.
thing.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever think about shaving the beard?
I will
I've-
eventually. I mean, I go and I cut it with scissors every couple weeks to kind of like shape it down because otherwise I just grows like that and I get a real pear shape going on here. But
This is like my first technical real beard, so like the first like 2 years of growing it, I didn't have any clue what looked good or what was like normal. So until like probably 2 weeks ago or so, I just had like ridiculous horns that were like going everywhere and it was like poofy. But I would
It used
say
to be poofy, you say?
it used to be even crazier than it is now, should I say. But like when I first started this channel, I was fully baby faced. So I've pretty much grown the beard like continuously along with the channel. So for that simple fact, I don't think I'll shave it, but I don't know. At some point possibly.
When you hit 1 million subs, you'll be an Orthodox Jew.
yeah,
I did for Halloween, I did a Amish like episode where I just dressed like I was Amish because I had like the beard and the glasses and my hair was a little bit longer. But when it comes to haircuts, I would say the worst one I've ever had when I was probably middle school. My mom did like the super stereotypical bowl head cut all around. So it was like the actual bowl cut with a bowl. And for probably like 2 years' time, I just looked like I had a coconut head. Like it didn't work well.
It
and you were
wasn't
in
me.
middle school. That was well past when the bowl cut was in.
Exactly. Like it was not like 1992, so it did not fit in. I was on to like the Justin Timberlake hair at that point. Everyone had like bleach blondes, like
Oh,
curls.
I had some frosted tips. Yeah,
The chips.
I mean, everybody loved Backstreet Boys.
Right?
It wasn't me, but here, hold on. In about 8th grade, I had a classmate who had his hair shaved like this. Oh, I need to move this. For Halloween.
Oh my god. He
Yeah.
shaved his hairline.
He shaved his hairline to do that V thing for Halloween.
Commitment.
Yeah, and apparently the costume was incredible, but then he had to grow that out for the next couple of months. That
Yeah,
was
that's a lot of commitment for
Why wouldn't you just shave
a
it
couple
down?
people to be impressed briefly.
I hope they took pictures because that's a